Hey guys, I see a few of you are already joined. Let's see if we get a few more before we start. Hey, thanks for joining. It's my first time doing this live, so here on YouTube, so let's see how it works. Hi, Christopher. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Carol Red. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's always worth it because it's fun. People like it, so yeah, I can't complain. Have here my notes for with a few of the questions people sent me already, and a couple of things I thought you'll like to know, and yeah, so I thought we'll start with those, and then let you guys ask me whatever you want. Let's see, people start joining. We have 12 people already watching the stream. I don't know how many to expect, honestly. Let's see. I guess most of you are in the US, and now it's like, I don't know, quite early. Must be, well, depending on which coast you are on. But hey, oh, hi, thanks for joining, Fire Tripper. All good. Yeah, still a little bit tired from yesterday, but yeah, good. It's noon around there. Okay. Yeah, well, not so bad then. Yeah, so I guess we can start. People will keep joining. 11 a.m. Okay. Well, still fine unless you were partying hard yesterday. This should be good. Sorry, I think I'm going to mute my phone just in case. Okay, so like I said, I have a couple of questions ready from people who sent me and all that. And then we can take it from there. So one of the most asked questions is, will the box set, the deluxe one, will it be truly limited? So for the time being, it's definitely going to be the set. We're selling, well, there's the 150 copies that are going through the Kickstarter, which I think there are like 3 left, something like that. And then, of course, I'm printing a few extra because there's always some uh, printing errors or some damaged copies. I mean, something arrives broken. That always happens. So I have to have at least 20 copies ready to send to anybody who gets a broken box or whatever. So whatever's left from that, I will, which usually it's a handful of them, I will sell through my site. But yeah, I'm not planning on printing any more of these boxes, at least, I don't know, anytime soon, if ever. We'll see. It depends on demand, all that. So I'm not calling it a true limited edition like the black editions I usually do for my other games, which are 100 copies and that's it. I'm not printing anymore. This is limited stock for the time being, but it's not a limited item. It will be cool if I can make more in the future, but the logistics are a nightmare, as you guys know. So it's going to, if it happens again, it's going to take a while. So yes, for the let's say for the time being, it is kind of limited, but who knows what will happen in the future. So yes, definitely a good idea to get it now. And for what I've seen, my limited editions always go for crazy prices on eBay. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen this time. But well, Okay, so the next question that everybody's asking is, will the 5 books that we unlocked in total, will they all fit into the box? And yes, I'm making absolute sure that that's the case, because otherwise it'll be just silly to sell a box and then the books don't fit. If I can, I will even try to have a little bit of extra room for future releases, because I hope we can continue expanding the line and releasing more Machine Gods books. But yes, for sure, the 5 that we are unlocking and working on for this Kickstarter, those are fitting into the box, guaranteed. So it's going to be a pretty chunky box in the end, because the core rules is 160, 170 pages. And then the Void Spire territories, well, I actually have here the PDF open. You guys can't see them, but yeah, the Void Spire territories, that one is 82 pages, and the Array Thicket is 87. And then the Noxian Reclaimers book, I'm guessing, is going to be around 60 pages, maybe a little bit more, depending. We have a lot of content that it could go there. It could go into the Core Dominion book. Fire Tripper is saying 5 books is so cool. I've been reading the Array Thickets today, and so cool. Well, thanks. Yeah, Fire Tripper is on the Patreon. That's why he already has access to the Array Thicket. And yes, I think it ended up pretty cool. I'm very happy with it. Oh, hi, no, sure, man. Thanks for joining. So yes, I was saying for sure that we're going to have room for the 5 books, and it's going to be a chunky box, because this is going to be in total, I don't know, 600-700 pages in total. I don't know, a lot. It's a lot of content, plus the covers of each book, especially if it's hardcover. So yeah, I have to take all these things into account, and well, the printers know all the things I need. I've been working with these guys for a lot of years, even before I started with Black Oath. So yes, they know exactly what I need always. Very easy to work with these guys, and they make everything by hand. It's a very small printer, hand bound, everything. It's just fantastic, everything. So very cool. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, another typical question I'm getting. Oh, thanks for being here. Yeah. Another question I'm getting is, when can we expect each book to be delivered? So, well, it's the first 3. That's an easy question, because they are already written, and I'm just waiting for Simone to wait on the art, to finish the art. Sorry, but well, it's not that much art. I mean, the core rulebook, it almost double in size. In regards the first version of the game, so there's a lot of illustrations that need to go into there. So that one's going to take a little bit longer. The Void Spire territories just needs 1 more to be completely done, and the Array Thicket, it needs all the artwork except a couple of maps and things that are already in. And so yeah. But anyway, those 3, you guys are getting the beta version of the PDFs, like, I mean, in 2 weeks, as soon as as Kickstarter sends me the funds, you guys are getting the PDFs. I'll send everybody the Bright RPG links, and there you go. It's the games are finished. Those 3 books are done. Then the Noxian Reclaimers book, that one is almost already written, because Richard is an animal and he just writes a lot. And I also finished all the class stuff and a few other things I wanted. I started putting together a little bit of the layout already and planning things. And yeah, so those things, I don't know. It's just a matter of deciding which content is going to go into that book, because we have a few things that are kind of optional. He wrote a very cool artifact table, which I think it will go better into the Core Dominion book. I don't know, we'll see. But yes, there are a couple of things that we have to decide where should they go. But once all the content is decided, we'll do a proper editing pass. I'll work on the layout and get it out for you guys to check. And I expect that to be done in June. Honestly, it's most likely, yeah, you'll have it in June. And once that's done, we'll jump to the Core Dominion book, which, by the way, I have a question for you guys regarding Core Dominion in a second. So yeah, Core Dominion is going to take definitely longer because this book is going to be much more demanding to write. It's going to have a lot of more content and stuff. And even though I already started planning things out, that one is going to take a few months to finish for sure. I don't think we'll have it before, I don't know, September, October. Yeah, October most likely. I don't know, something like that. I don't want to make any promises. Of course, these are stretch goals, so I don't have it all set in stone. Like the 3 books, the ones that I came to the Kickstarter with, I always like to do. They're already written. They just need some editing and some fixes here and there, and the art. But they're basically ready to go. These two new ones, they need to be properly written, and the layout and everything has to be done. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer, but for sure, both of them this year, guaranteed, 100%, unless something very drastic happens. Yeah, for sure, you guys are going to have them this year. And as for the box set itself, well, as soon as I can give the printer the final files for the core rulebook, which is the only one we're doing in offset, they will start working on that, and then they will start working on the box as well. I need to get the artwork for the box from Simone, which he hasn't started yet because I haven't paid him because I can't afford it until I get the Kickstarter funds. But yeah, he needs to do the artwork for that. But I don't know. In general, I also think everything should be delivered by September, October. Yeah, well, we have this printer takes whole August because of the vacation times and all that. So, but I expect to be able to send them the final files. Yeah, most likely next month. I should be able to give them everything. And well, then all depends on their production times and all that. But yes, I'm guessing October, something like that. You guys should have the boxes as well. As always, I'll keep you informed with all these things. And another question that's been asked is how compatible is all this stuff with Merkborg and oh man, I forgot the skirmish game. How is it called? The Merkborg skirmish. Forbidden Psalm. Yeah. So, well, as you guys, I'm not really a Merkborg guy. That's why Richard is the one writing all the rules and all that. And so, but for what I've seen myself, and of course, I've read Merkborg. I own it. I read a lot of games with the rule set. I own a few. Pirate Borg. It's really fucking cool. But yeah, it's not a game that I usually play because I find it a little bit difficult to use. They're absolutely gorgeous to look at and to read, but I'm a little bit too old school in that sense, and I don't know. I find it a bit difficult to use. So I'm not that familiar with all the details, but as far as I've seen, and I've insisted a lot to Richard on making everything as compatible as possible. So yes, I think everything should be pretty easy to transfer from one game into another and one system into another. It's we're actually, I asked Richard yesterday to write a section to explain how to convert, which is not really converting because it's the same, but how to use other Merkborg classes in machine gods and vice versa. So it's just going to be a paragraph because there's nothing. I mean, it's literally the same rules. But yeah, you use one-page Merkborg reference sheet when playing. Yeah, that's a smart idea. I should check it out. But yes, I mean, everything is going to be 99% compatible for sure. It's all the same the same system underneath beneath everything. So yeah, it's going to be it should be fine. And with that tiny section, we're going to have explain how to adapt one thing to another system. It should be easy. You need a black off t-shirt and hat. Um, yeah, I made this one for myself. I don't know, a million years ago. It even has the old logo. But yeah, I don't know. I used to have a few t-shirts and things on my site, but nobody wanted them, so I removed that section. But yeah, lately a lot of people are asking me for Black Oath merch and all that. I should probably do some stuff because I understand, because the artwork, I make sure all the artwork for my games is absolutely amazing always, and I understand people want some posters or t-shirts with all that artwork. But yeah, I need, that's another thing I need to look into. I just don't have time for anything. Sorry, guys. But yes, lately a lot of people are asking, so I have to make it happen. I want more t-shirts. I just make these ones myself. I have some other ones there. So, so yeah. Oh yeah. As I said before, I had a question for you guys, because I'm seeing a lot of people getting confused with the fact that you have the book, the core rules, which is the core rules of the game, and then the latest expansion that we've unlocked, which is the core dominion. And I'm seeing a lot of people uh, confused about both books, and they think it's the same book, or they think the core dominion book has the core rules. So I'm most likely going to change the name from core dominion, because I'm not changing core rules. I mean, that's as clear as it gets. Sign merge, I don't know if sign merge, that's a little bit beyond of my capabilities. If I have to be here signing stuff, that's madness. Oh, it just I've done a lot of hand hand numbering for the limited editions of other books and all that. That's a pain in the ass. If I have to start signing merges, yeah, name Paul, Rat King plushies. Yeah, yeah, that would be cool. Name Paul for the core dominion. Yeah, I'll have to set something up like that. But I was thinking something like the Heartlands, something like that. So, but yeah, I'll have to. But I think so. What do you guys think? It's a good idea to change it, because, like I said, I had several people already confused by the two names, and I don't want people later on buying the core dominion book thinking they bought the core rules, which is, I mean, it's a bit stupid for my part to use the word core in two different books. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to change that. Yeah, I think that helps, makes it less confusing. Yes, so I'm leaning towards the Heartlands right now, but I don't know. I'm open for. Oh, I'm open to suggestions. So if you guys want to send me messages or leave comments on the Kickstarter or on Discord or whatever, I'm all ears. I'm always open to suggestions. Something similar with the same feel, like inner domain. Um, I think I used the word domain too much in my games already. So with Kernethalas and some other stuff. So I don't know. It is confusing. It will have Foundry VTT. Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yes. Well, I had one more question that somebody asked me, but yeah, I can jump to that for a moment. And any info on that? Yeah, will Machine Gods be able to use the existing Merkborg Foundry stuff? So yes, I've actually been working on the Foundry module this weekend, and we've been testing the first beta, and it's looking pretty good. It's the basic, the free module that everybody's going to have access to. Then there will be a paid one with more automatization. Sorry, my English sometimes goes to hell. Yeah, to do all the automatic things and all the all the processes that go in the back for the expiration procedures and all these things. So you just 2 clicks and do all the things by itself. So that will be a paid module. And but yeah, we've been first testing the core functionality, and so far it's looking pretty good. and I'm pretty sure the existing Merkborg Foundry will you will have to add a couple of things yourself, because for example the features, how it works and all those things, they're a little bit more exclusive to Machine Gods. But yes, you can use the existing one for sure, but you will not need to, because like I said, you guys are getting the basic one for free. So yeah, it's only the the more advanced procedures that will go into the paid module. Okay, congrats on the Kickstarter. For those of us who prefer crunchier rules, Warlords of Senate or Across a Thousand of Worlds, will the procedures and additional lore from the supplements counterbalance from the Merkborg light rules? No, this is a really light game, and I'm keeping it that way, because if I start tinkering with it, it's going to end up crunchy, as you guys know. And no, I want this one to stay 100% compatible with Merkborg forever. So Richard is going to be handling the rules. I am adding some additional procedures. For example, the array thicket has the new forest exploration procedure, but it doesn't really add any kind of crunchiness. It's just this little procedure you just plug into the game when you're exploring the array thicket, and it's just 2 paragraphs. It's very simple to use, and I want to focus on expanding the setting and the lore and the gameplay activities you can have, instead of diving into more complex mechanics, which is honestly what I have the most fun writing. But in this case, I'm having a lot of fun too with just focusing on the setting and letting Richard handle all the rules. And I think it's for the best. A lot of people have been asking me for years, both for a Merkborg game and for a rules light game. So this way, everybody gets everybody gets what they want, and as crunchier guys, well, we'll have the refuge of my other games, unfortunately. But yeah, no, my intention is to keep this one as it is right now, and just add, like I said, plug-in procedures. For example, the core dominion book, or whatever it ends up being called, it'll have this procedure for exploring the randomly generated spires. Explore that when you're going to interact with that functionality, with that procedure, and that's it. And then you can forget about it. But yeah, sorry, Alex, it's going to stay like that. Noah Schurman said, "What about just Dominion?" I don't know. It's I think it needs a little bit something blueprint of schematic. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Fire Tripper. Super excited for the Foundry support. Yeah, thanks. I think it's going to be cool. It's something I wanted to do for a long time, to add VTT support for my games, and usually it's not something I can afford. And it also worries me moving forward, being able to support the existing modules and all that for future updates. But I think I should be able to handle it. Automatization is a mouthful. Yeah, it is. Macro is easier word for that for a Spanish native speaker. Yeah, definitely. Love Foundry, and with this, even more love for Black Earth. Oh well, thanks. This is gonna be my first proper experience with Merkborg. Cool world to get into with Machine Gods. Yeah, thanks. I think it serves as a nice little introduction to the system and all that, especially since it's 100% solo. You don't have any pressure from playing it with people. You can learn everything at your own pace. It's very, very simple. Everything. You can learn it as you can be playing the game as you read it. I mean, you can take the book without having read it, and it's like, okay, character creation, do it, exploration. I mean, it's all very simple and straightforward. So yeah, it's going to be cool. Okay, hi Foxoff, thanks for joining. This is still plenty crunchy compared to vanilla Borg. I don't know. I can't. I can't say. Yeah, I mean, I suppose because it has the additional procedures and all that, but I don't think procedures add to the crunch of a game. I don't know. Well, all that is subjective. I don't know. Yes, tracking the usage die. I think it's a pretty neat system, and it makes things flow better. It's one thing less you have to worry about. You just check the die there, and that's it. I can build all the options and events. Carousing in the thicket was a really nice touch. Thanks. Yeah, I had fun writing those carousing tables. Well, they're always fun to write carousing tables. Yes, and all the events and things that can happen in different towns of the array thicket. Those were cool to write. Yeah, that's fun. It's a lot of things to do and explore in those 3 towns around the thicket. Mm, yeah, still seems enough to keep you busy. Yes, for sure. It's going to keep you guys busy for for a lot of time, especially with the other 2 other books coming. There's a lot of content with these 5 books. Is just insane. This is years of gaming. A lot of stuff to explore. Mm, thanks. Looking forward to exploring this world despite the lighter rules. Well, thanks. I think it's a fun setting, and even us who like a little bit crunchier things, it's very easy to just jump into and to go do your stuff. So, and since it's compatible with other Merkborg content, you can just take from other games and ended up making there a big mash of rules and things. Uh, Machine Guts is one of my favorite blacklist settings for sure. Well, thanks, Taki. Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It kind of grew by itself. It's like I'm now looking at 5 books. It's like, how does that happen? I mean, not even Carnet Thalas has so much stuff, which is my most successful game. So yeah, it's fun. It's cool. Hoping the paid Foundry content includes some maps and tokens with cool art that fits Machine Guts. I didn't think of that honestly. I'll have to maps. You mean maps like VTT maps and yeah. The thing is that well, yeah, I don't know how people play Merkborg on VTTs honestly, because it's all theater of the mind. So do you guys actually measure and do all those things, or how do you play it? I don't know. And my VTT experience is limited to Roll20, which we do always play with more strategic with measuring and all that with tokens. But yeah, I'm sure I can ask Simone to make a few tokens and things like that. As for maps, well, I always have Glean there ready to to make stuff. So yeah, I'm sure we can figure something out. I'll look into it. Well, thanks. I'm going to write it down actually a second, so I remember. Maps and tokens. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. And yeah, and another question somebody sent me. This is the last one, actually, the one from the ones I have. Well, maps not needed for theater of mind. Maybe some background art or to set the mood. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, work is so theater of the mind, and there's no distances. Everything is so in the air that it didn't even occur to me somebody will want battle maps, because I don't know how people. Please tell me, those of you who play Mörkborg on VTTs, how do you do it? Do you actually use battle maps and all that, or not? But yes, definitely artwork and all these things. I can give you whatever you want, and this is such a gorgeous art that it's just all beautiful. It's all the new illustrations that Simone is sending me. They're all like, oh my god, this is each one is better than, than the last one. He's always outdoing himself. I'm very happy with all that. Yeah. So yeah, like as I was saying, the last question. This one is a little bit on the side. Is not really directed to specifically Merkborg or Machine Gods or anything. How's my writing process? How do I keep notes? What software do I use? All these things. So usually I start with an idea of a game, usually in a very obsessive way, because I'm always working on something, and then suddenly I get this very intrusive idea, and if it demands my attention for long enough, I I turn towards it. And well, this is how Machine Gods came to life, and Choir of Flesh. Well, a lot of my games are just obsessive ideas that I can get rid of, and I just have to work on them. And so usually I obsess over the setting and mechanics for a few days, and then I start compulsively just writing notes. I just feel most of the times I do it from bed because I don't sleep, so I just send myself messages with all my night ideas and notes and things I want to explore. And then in the morning I organize everything. I use Google Docs for all this kind of things. And then I just, once I have the core concept of what I want to do, I organize it into different sections. A lore section, a character creation section, mechanics section, different procedures, well, whatever I need. And from there, those things turn into chapters. So yeah, it's just going over the list and seeing what I have to develop, seeing which things I have already written that I could use, seeing which things I've been liking lately that I could use as inspiration. I don't know. Yes, it really depends on the setting, on the mechanics I'm going to use. But my basic process is that my writing process is always the same. From a single document, my big notes document in Google Docs to the different chapters. I always prepare all the different chapter documents. I create the different chapters, and then I start just filling them in, just going one chapter after another. Of course, many times I need to jump to a different chapter to finish something in the chapter I'm trying to write, because there's always things that are connected to each other, and I need to know how this procedure works before I can decide how this other feature interacts with it. So there's always a lot of back and forth, and that's very typical of me. I start working on one thing, and then I end up working on something completely different because it's connected me to this, which has connected me to this other thing, which I realize I need to finish this in order to finish this. So that happens to me almost always. And then once everything is written, I just start with the layout on Affinity, and that's it. That's my process. It's been refined over the years, so all very efficient and entertaining. Okay, let's see. We used a map, but without hard rules on movement, etc. Just help us envision the combat. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess that's what most people, and that's how I always did it back in the day when we were playing. Because we always play Theater of the Mind with my old group when we were meeting in person back in the 90s and all that. Even though we had meetings and all that, we never measuring things, or it was just a little bit, okay, I'm here, just general situational awareness, and that's it. I'll be down for a Blackout Miniatures line. Yeah. Well, that will be cool, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility anytime soon. We'll see. Fell in love with Carnathalas last year and started playing Network a few months ago. I'm so looking forward to playing Machine Gods. Well, thanks, Claude. I think it's going to be cool. Well, it's already done, and yeah, I think it turned out pretty fun. I had fun the times I played it, at least, and so far I've seen everybody quite excited about it. So, but yeah, those are my notes for now. I don't know if you guys have any more questions. So the whatever you want to ask me, I'm here. I'm here ready to answer. Anything Merkbot can be played with a minute with 4-minute Forbidden Psalm. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's why people wanted to know specifically how compatible everything is going to be. So I assume the same way you can plug the Forbidden Psalm rules into any regular Merkborg game, you should be able to do the same with Machine Gods. You should be able to take Forbidden Psalm and plug it into Machine Gods. I think it should work fine. But yeah, what songs would you recommend for a Machine Gun soundtrack? Oh my god, I don't know. Honestly, sometimes I have it much clearer because the aesthetics and all that. I mean, for example, for Choir of Flesh and things like that, or Broken Shores, it was very easy for me to nail down the music. But Forbidden Machine Guns, yeah, that's a cool name. but yeah, I don't know. For the soundtrack for Machine Guns, I will actually go for something a little bit more stoner or even psychedelic or something like that. Adrift. I don't know. I'm not. It's not really my genre, but there are a few bands I like Acid Mammoth and I don't know. Well, right now I'm drawing a blank, but yes, there's that kind of stoner, a little bit psychedelic music. I think it will go well. At least the kind of artwork and the colors that Simone is choosing for the illustrations. I think that's the vibe I'm getting for the soundtrack. I don't know what you guys think. Mechanicus OST. Yeah, actually, yeah, that could work. Yeah, something a little bit more. My mind always goes to bands, but yeah, actually, something a little bit more ambient like that, like a proper soundtrack. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, Monolord. Yeah, Monolord will work. Yeah. For Karen Thalas, would you ever think of doing a large special edition bundle? Core books, zines, cards. I do have some ideas planned, but no, not with cards. No, because manufacturing cards and getting them, well, that's just. I'm not getting into that. Sorry. So I do want to maybe next year have some nice box set with the core rules. I have some cool ideas and I'm working on some stuff for that. But yeah, it's not going to happen until later next year for sure. Not this year, guaranteed. Not sure if you talked about it already, but on Reddit you mentioned that a new expansion for Microsoft the Worlds will come out at the end of the year. It's possible. Yeah, for sure, because it's definitely happening this year. Because the core dominion, like I said several times, I'm working on getting the framework set up, and especially I still haven't probably started. We need to finish the Noxian Reclaimers book first. But yes, my idea is to nail down all the setting, all the lore, all the faction stuff, all the details about the place and what makes the place interesting and unique, and then handle the rest to Richard. So he adds all the other stuff. So while he's doing all that, I will jump into Across a Thousand Hollow Vaults, which is the name of the expansion for Across a Thousand Dead Worlds. So, but yes, Across a Thousand Hollow Vaults happens for for sure this year. I cannot delay it anymore. It's almost finished. It's just silly if I don't wrap it up. And I really like it. It's turned out much better than the core book, if you ask me. I learned a lot since I wrote that first book, and it also has a lot more of artwork. The layout is the book is more usable in general. So yes, I cannot wait to share that book with you guys. Someone made a great Dark Dungeon synth playlist for Karen Thalas. Oh, really? I didn't see that one. So yeah, yeah, Dungeon synth. Of course, that always works with any RPG. I think. Cryo Chamber. Yeah, oh, that's perfect for a lot of games. Cryo Chamber is a fantastic channel, or I don't know. It's a producer. I don't know what it is, but yeah, a lot of good stuff there. I actually listen to it sometimes as background music for. I don't generally listen to music when I'm writing because it distracts me. I leave that for layout. But yeah, occasionally I do play some very ambient stuff for when I'm writing. But yeah, and Cryo Chamber is one of them for sure. Okay, with the three Machine God's main books. Well, I wouldn't call them main books because the main book is just the core rules, and the other ones are all going to be they're just setting expansions plus the Noxian Reclaimers book, which is you could also, I guess, consider it main or core, but it's all character options. So, do you suggest jumping in with just the core, or is it light enough to just mix and match early on in playing? I'm really interested in voice pirate factions. Mm, it's definitely easier if you just use the core rule book to get started. But if you are really interested in starting with Voidspire and dealing with the faction stuff, it is a good idea. I mean, it's very simple. So it's a good idea to start with Voidspire from as a character living in the Voidspire. So you should start with one of the backgrounds from Voidspire factions. I mean, from Voidspire Territories book, because that will give you already some connections to the different factions, and that way you can start directly exploring there. And actually, you could even ignore. I mean, if you don't want to interact with the exploration rules, you can skip all that from the core book and jump into the Voidspire Territories book right away. The same goes for the Array Thicket, by the way. Each expansion has its own procedures, and they are quite self-contained. So you really do not need to interact with the overworld exploration rules or the rune generation. All those things, you don't need them. So you can just take the core rules and by that I mean like literally the core rules, how the game plays and how you make a character, and ignore all the other stuff and jump directly into a region book, into the Array Thicket or Core Dominion or whatever it's going to be called, or what's Voidspire Territories. So, oh hi, Thakwas Bane. Yeah, you missed quite a lot already. You missed 40 minutes of me rambling here. So I don't know. It's a little bit too much to sum up. You'll have to watch it later when this goes live later on YouTube. Cryo chamber is a label, sort of. Yeah, I think it's some kind of label, as far as I know. Yeah. So yeah, well, for those of you who don't know, Ithakwas Bane, he did. I think it's probably the first playthrough of Machine Gods, of the original version. So if you guys are curious to see how the game plays and all that, it's with the old rules, but the procedures are the same. The setting is the same. So yeah, I recommend go and check it out, because it was very cool. It was very fun, cool story. He created his little nice corner of the Noxian Expanse, very nice map. So very cool. And yeah, I don't know, any more questions? Because I don't have anything else. So Paradigm, yeah, okay, but that's not the Machine Gods question. Yeah, well, for those of you who don't know Empire and Dying, it's a game I've been working on for 5-6 years already. Yeah, 5-6 years. It's there stuck in development hell. I work on it back and forth now and then, but yes, I don't know when it will happen. Who knows? I keep tinkering with it. It's my biggest and most ambitious game, most likely. So I don't know. Love your channel. Oh yeah, Thaco Spain. His channel is fantastic. Everybody go and subscribe, because it's such a fun channel. Does the scope of the game shifts at higher levels, like management or dominion? No, for the time being, it doesn't. I don't really think that's necessary, at least for the time being, especially combined with the new era's mechanic that we added, that Richard wrote for this Merkburg version. The setting starts evolving as you play in such a drastic way that I don't think you will get the chance to really get into any management or dominion stuff. Even though I do have plans to add, it's not really management or dominion, for the core dominion or whatever it's going to be called expansion. I think I mentioned it before. I would like to add the possibility for your character to hire a bunch of workers that go into one of these spires that I mentioned that you'll be exploring. So the thing is, you will go clean the area of enemies and the most obvious loot, and then move on to other areas. So you'll be able to hire workers to actually ransack the place properly. And so it's not really, I guess, management and all that, but I don't know. I that's just an idea I have. Let's see how I flesh it out. But yes, I for the time being, that's the closest the game is going to get. But who knows? I mean, we have a lot of other regions to explore. We have a lot of things that I would like to implement into the game. So I'm not saying no, because I personally love management stuff in Dominion. As in case you don't know, my game Choir of Flesh, for example, has settlement management. My game Warless Ascendant also has a stronghold building and town management and kind of kingdom management stuff. So yes, it's an aspect that I really enjoy. So who knows? Yeah, it will be definitely cool to add eventually. But right now, I don't think it makes sense because you're really just a nobody walking around the the Noxian Expanse. So I don't know. I'll have to find some corner where you can set up your own base of operations, I guess. We'll see. Just if you keep supporting the game, I will keep writing and adding stuff. So I think it's going to be cool. Appear the session ends. Yeah, you came a little bit late. That was me. Future Black Oath Merc should include I Survived Karen Thalas t-shirt. Yeah. Yes, yes. That would be a cool idea. The Karen Thalas Survivor t-shirt. Okay, well, I'll see if I can I can look into it whenever I have a little bit of time. Void Spire seems well set up to add on kingdom management. Yeah, I suppose you could because especially with the nobles faction. I mean, as you increase in your rank with them and your reputation, all that, you you do end up kind of as a minor noble. But I think it will be more interesting and more fun since the Noxian Expanse is such a vast area. I think it will be cooler to just do like I think Forbidden Lands does it. Just go and take over some ruin and set up there your base of operations. I think that will be more fun and match better a game like Machine Gods. I don't know. That's off the top of my head. We'll see what happens. Everything is possible. Machine God suddenly becomes a god coloring sim. Yeah. Oh, well, those are always fun. And I've been wanting to write something like that for a while, actually, or some civilization type of game. I actually have a lot of notes for that kind of thing. So that will be very cool. And so, yeah, any more questions? Because otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up. Do it. Yes. It's on my list of things and games I want to explore. We'll see. Expand on Warlord Ascendant. Yes, I do want to go back to Warlord Ascendant, and because I really think it ended up very neat game. So yes, we'll see. Machine Sims. Well, I don't know. Well, thank you. Summertime is the winter. Thanks for watching. So yeah, if you guys free non-evil twin beard Alex can help me. No, he's there in the dungeon writing cozy games. So I don't know. Any more questions related to Machine Gods? Well, thanks. I'm glad you find my games engaging. So yeah, I think we'll call it a day for today. And well, if you guys have any questions that you can think of, I'm always open to whatever you guys need. You can find me always on Discord. Send me an email, write some comment on the Kickstarter, and well, thanks everybody for being here, for supporting the Kickstarter, and see you around. Well, bye.